Sorry if you can hear my dog. And if you're seeing this red live button, we are live. It's real life here behind the scenes at Frapps Scraps. So come on in, enjoy the fun. And tonight we are going to do a little mini busted canvas book. I'm super excited for that. A huge thank you to Christy from Christy's Crafty Cottage for being our hostess. And up after me will be Make All the Things with me, Leah. And then hopefully after her will be Christy. Christy's been under the weather, so hopefully she'll be able to have a go today. Okay, so I am getting my little book ready. Hello, Carol. Sorry, I was just a few minutes late. Was having some technical issues. I got it all figured out now, I think. I don't know. We'll give it a try. Hello, I am live. Where's your dad? I don't know. Outside somewhere. And there's the dog. She's here all day. Loud. Yeah. Hello. Yes, I was late. I had some struggles getting on here. I had to redo everything. YouTube, once you set certain settings on accident, it won't let you out of them. So that's annoying. Okay, I think I need to set this aside for now. I am making the book part, but I'm going to work on a cute little 2x3 canvas. Look how cute this is. Oh my goodness. And we're going to see if we can bust it out. So what we're going to do first is put in... I've been still trying to decide. I have this beautiful paper from Britt Creates Stuff. It's from the Gothic Halloween collection. Hello, tomorrow. And I'm trying to decide where I want everything to go. So this is going to go on the inside. And it's going to have the little picture. But I still need something here and out here. So I think I'm going to put this one on the inside here. So we need to cut our paper. It's 1x2 inside of here, super tiny. But I'm just going to go ahead and give it a little slice here. Now these, to do a busted canvas, you need a canvas just like this one or any size that you would like. I like to turn them into journals. I did make a video with a complete flip through of this one. This is a 4x6 one. This one was made with canvas panels. So there's 2 canvas panels, the flat back ones, and then a big canvas as well. Not big, 4x6, bigger than we're working on today. And this one is a cute little 2x3. I don't have any canvas panels to go with it, so we're just going to simply use some chipboard. Okay. And this is going to go on in here. I think I need to make it just a little bit smaller. Let's do some cutting here. So we need it 1x2. Gonna go down. I think this might work. There we go. Okay, let's see if it'll just slide on in there. And that is about perfect sizing. Okay, so now we got to glue it in there. Eek, it doesn't want to come out. But we do need to get glue in there, even though it doesn't want to come out right at the moment. We need it to be sticky. Eek. There we go. I got it. Okay, and this is a great place to do some decoupage. You can use napkins, you can use papers, whatever it is that you would like. I like to use the satin Mod Podge. That's my favorite one. And you can see I use it a lot. Let's see. Do I want the colored paper up right here? I want the colored paper up here. And then... Yep, we'll do it up. Thank you. Good catch. I've had quite a day. I'm kind of tired today, honestly. I had to go to the foot doctor. Got a new dumb brace for my foot since I can't wear the boot that they want me to wear. The boot is just too big and clunky. I can't even carry it around. My leg is just too weak. So they gave me this brace that like laces up all crazy. All right, let's do this in here. And I like to use my my bone folder in here. Just get it all pressed in there. And you can use some tweezers, especially if you're doing it this tiny. Get it all pressed good in there. I like to do this inside first. Because then when we turn it over, this can be drying while we're turning the other, so we can still work on the other side. Okay, that looks like it's just a little out of whack there, but I'm just gonna leave it, I guess. Itty bitty little frame. It is so cute. I'm gonna do this different than I did with my other one. The other one I made in my private group. And a lot of times I like to keep the things that we do in there private, when you guys will get flip throughs and things like that out here, but the creation of them is just for my subscribers over there. There is still room over there if you want to join us. We do all kinds of things, mixed media projects, craft with me's, all kinds of different journals, techniques. And we have a really great bunch of ladies over there. So a nice little camaraderie. Okay, so we're going to put some Mod Podge over that as well. There we go. Now, there's all kinds of people doing these busted canvases. There's all kinds of videos on it. People are doing... They are doing different sizes, different themes, different holidays, all the things. There's even videos on how to cut your canvas. And I recently did a video on the flip through of my busted canvas junk journal. Okay, so I'm going to cover with this one. This again is paper from Britt Creates Stuff. You hope what you're thinking works out. Isn't that always the way it goes with crafting? We just hope it works out. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of miter these corners a little bit. And hope that these will just kind of cover back here. All right, so we're going to cover this whole canvas with some Mod Podge. You might learn what not to do. That's right. That's right. Through watching live videos, you definitely learn all the real things behind the scenes. Okay, so we're going to put this in there. This is not directional, so I don't have to worry about which way is up on my canvas as far as that goes. However, once we put this paper on, it will be directional. Okay, I need a wet wipe. I should always just start with that. Almost all of my crafting starts with a wet wipe. Okay, here we go. And we're going to go ahead and try to roll these around. Just going to try to cover it as pretty as possible. Now, don't worry, if it's not very pretty, you can always use ribbon to go around the edge, make it a little prettier. This is really zoomed in today. I don't know what this camera was doing. I have all kinds of accessibility settings on my camera, which is great, but sometimes it just doesn't feel very user-friendly. It does all kinds of crazy zooming. Thumbs up to support our sweet Frap girl. Thank you, Leah. Yes. Leah, I got mail again from you. Oh, so cool. I love your X-Tool cuts. Okay, let's do this light or this glue. Oh. Thank you. Ram, you don't go on the side. Okay. So we'll go ahead and put this. It did turn out really good. Yes, that engraving is just so amazing. I haven't decided if I want to paint it yet or not. I don't know. But it's definitely going to hang in here somewhere. Wall space is very, very limited. I've built myself kind of in like a little hole. All the walls are built all the way from the floor to the ceiling. I have stuff everywhere. So, okay, here we go. I do like the design. It's very cool. Ooh, look at this. Look how spooky and fun. Again, this digital is part of Brit Creates Stuff. I am one of her creative monarchs on the design team. This is from the Gothic Halloween collection. Can be found on Coffee and Etsy. And I'll put links in the description once I can access them. That was part of my problem. I was trying to get all of my ducks in a row for this live, and then it hit like something live stream with guests or something, and I couldn't shut that off. And then I had to start all over, and it's like, come on, just let me toggle this little switch you have there. But apparently once you toggle the one switch on, it is stuck. So different from Facebook Lives and TikTok Lives. I figured out a couple of times, but I don't know. It's all different. Okay, here we go. So let's go ahead and put a layer of Mod Podge over this just so it has a little sealer. Now I did print this. This is a printable, and I just printed on regular printer paper. Nothing crazy. But the ink is holding in place with this little bit of Mod Podge here, so that's great. All right, we'll just put a little, I'm gonna put ribbon all the way around here eventually. So we'll just put some of this. And the thicker you coat this on, the longer it's gonna take to dry. So put it on there, put it everywhere, but don't like drench it. Oh, what did you say? Close to 1K, and at 1K you're going live. Yeah. Yeah, I did a TikTok live. It's been a while. I don't have a huge following over there, but I don't work at it a lot either, so I guess that's kind of the problem. Okay, we're gonna clean off my silicone brush here. Clean off a little bit of this because I made a mess. And then I've been working on a little base, and we're gonna hope that it's gonna work. So I've got some chipboard. We're gonna go ahead and cover it. And this is going to be the back side where I would normally put a canvas panel, but we're gonna make it into a little journal. Okay, and we're gonna glue these down. Kind of like we just did, but these ones don't have to be covered in Mod Podge. This is going to be our junk journal made just from some chipboard and this printable paper. Isn't it cute, Dana? So tiny. I love tiny things. I don't know why. They're just super cute. All right, we'll go ahead and put this here. And I think what would be even more fun inside this book is if you maybe put you can put pictures of your favorite Halloween things, maybe favorite costumes that your kids or grandkids or fur babies have had, or maybe your favorite treats. What's your guys' favorite Halloween treat? It's funny, I always see these treats by the states and stuff, like what candy you get from what state or is most popular in each of the states. Okay. Is it too early to talk about Halloween treats? It is October. Even if you don't celebrate Halloween, you can still have fall treats. Okay, there we go. We're just going to crease down here. Oops. And we're going to have to cover this inside. So this is going to be our little journal, and this is going to be what peeks through here, like so. So we're going to use this little napkin, and we're going to take one of these little skeletons and put him right on the front of the book. Now this is a napkin. It's obviously not from Brit Creates Stuff, but all the rest of my my papers are from her. All right, let's just cut him out. We'll leave a little bat there and see if we have room. I think some of this is going to get cut off, but that's okay. We'll try to preserve that one's hand. Sorry, I know I'm off camera there. Now here you can, you don't have to decoupage. You can use any focal point that you have or that you like. You can use rice papers. You can use napkins. You can use printables. Any of the things. Sticker, whatever you have that you want to use as your focal point. Especially where it's in this little tiny format. Really anything can become, you could have a stamped image, more decorative paper. Okay, no, come on, work with me. We'll just put a little bit of glue. That still does not want to come apart. Now, sometimes when you have this embossed kind of a napkin, it can give you a little bit of some struggles. Some people use tape. I don't really like to use tape. But we may have to. Oh, nope. I got it. There we go. Just keep trying those sticky fingers. There we go. Okay, so I want to put him right there. And he is what we're going to see when we bust out the canvas. So I kind of want to put him a little wonky, I think, just so he looks like he's like, hey. Maybe we'll go this way. Break our Mod Podge back out. Now, it can be helpful to have your canvas already cut and busted so you can kind of see what it's going to look like going through. But we're just going to go because this one is still drying. Now, if you like to do the iron-on method or whatever you like to do when you're doing your napkins and your decoupage, you go ahead and do that. I am good with Mod Podge. I'm good if it wrinkles. And where I live here in the Pacific Northwest, Western Washington, it's usually pretty okay to use Mod Podge. I don't seem to have any struggles that some people do. Okay, so I want to get the ends coated pretty good here so I can peel off that excess without peeling off my paper. And I think we're done with this now. Ugh, it's all needing cleaned off this lid. Okay. You love the soft, chewy peanut butter candy. Oh, Mary Jane's. You always wanted to ask, what does my tattoo mean? Oh, this one? It means I am greater than the highs and lows. When you are a type 1 diabetic and a POTS patient, postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, your life becomes all about numbers and ups and downs. And it's a nice little reminder just to remember that I can overcome. I am greater than those highs and lows, even though they take me out literally sometimes. Okay, here we go. We're just going to peel. Hi, Sharon. Come on in. We are working on this little tiny busted canvas book and chit-chatting about Halloween candies, all kinds of fall treats and snacks. All right, let's give this just a little bit of some drying if I can. Is my heat tool plugged in? Ugh. No, it is not. I need to get a bigger plug-in thing in here. I have enough plugins, but the one thing I have plugged in has this really big base, and so it takes up all the space. Okay, here we go. I'll do a little bit of some heat. Oh, thanks, girls. Yeah. For me, it was kind of a long time coming. I had never been able to get visible tattoos because of, the places that I worked didn't like it. But it is nice to be able to see as a reminder that I'm more than the numbers and I can overcome. So it's nice to just have that little bit of a reminder sometimes. Okay, so that's how this is going to go. And then we can build this up and put our papers inside of there. Maybe I'm going to glue this in place before I attach it on there. Okay, so I'll just do like this. I'm not a very big on measurements, so I like to just kind of cut and fold and leave little marks and try to find them. And sometimes it means you cut and cut and cut again and again, but that's okay. Seems to be how I enjoy it, so whatever. Some kind of plastic on there. All right, here we go. And then we'll do a little fold here. Let's see if I can see where that's folded. There we go. Okay, then we'll glue this. That'll give just a few more seconds of drying time. And of course, here you can use your double-sided tape or whatever glue that you like. This is paper to chipboard. But my chipboard is really thin, so I think this would be a super cute book. Maybe if my grandbabies just went to the pumpkin patch, this would be a fun little book to put some cute little tiny pictures of them in there. Hello to the messy palette. Hello, hello. Welcome in. We are making a tiny little junk journal today. And this is, of course, in part of the Artistry Collective live event. Every Wednesday, the collective gathers here on YouTube. And there are 3 of us. So after me will be Leah from Make All the Things With Me. And then after her, hopefully Christy will be well. And Christy from Christy's Crafty Cottage will be after her. You can find all of the collective's information in the description box below. Hopefully I've got it all set right. I don't know if they just did like all platform updates or what, but man, if you are a creator, that newness is, yeah, the changes. And for me, what's really hard is I rely a lot on muscle memory as far as where things are. Well, look how cute that would be, just as a cute little book. I mean, it's going to be a book, but it just by itself is super cute. Yeah, so when they start rearranging things and changing things, I don't see very good anyways. And then trying to figure out the new changes and updates can be a struggle. Okay, so let's bust this canvas. Now, like I said, there's lots of different ways you can do it. Some people draw it out. We're only working with a 1x2 space here, so I think I'm just going to put a hole in the center. And you can use a box cutter. You can use a scalpel, Sharon. Hi, Pina. I'm doing good. Yeah, technical creators, you got to stay up on it. I'm just going to use my scissors in hopes that this will work. I'm just going to poke all the way through. Watch your fingers. And I'm going to try to make a slice. Now, it seems silly. We just covered this and we made it all pretty, but this is what we're doing. It's a busted canvas. Okay, and then I'm going to go across. I kind of want to see what my working area is here. And then we're going to go all the way across down here and over here. Now, like I said, you can do this with a scalpel or a box cutter or whatever it is that you would like to do. You can make it look as rough and ragged as you like as well. And these little pieces you can curl or you can just lay them flat. You can kind of crumple them up. I'm going to turn my hot glue on. And we're going to ink around these edges here too, because I'm not liking the white of that. So this is how it can be busted out right here. And of course, this inside does show a little bit. So if you want to put some ink on there or some paint, you can definitely do that. Or you can just leave it the wood. So our cute little skeleton is going to be peekaboo right in there. And we could use some grip paste glow and let him glow a little bit. That could be fun. Not going to see his face too much because I got him kind of over to the side. So like I said, you might want to bust the canvas like this first before doing this piece so you can kind of see where he needs to go. But I kind of like him that way. I think he's just kind of dancing around in there, and I think that's really cute. Now these pieces you can cut into, we could cut again here and kind of roll them different ways. In fact, let's do it. We'll just have extra pieces. And you can kind of like twist and turn these just a little bit. Well, that one didn't get glued. Very good. We'll add some extra glue in there. You got to make one of these. They are so fun. I love them. Now, my my larger one that I did a flip through one, I did a little differently. And I've seen Tamara's design. She just did one too, and hers was even done a little more differently. Hers had a cool little hinge. So there's lots of different ways to do these. Let's add some ink. My canvas just blew away. Okay. Let's see if this will be dark enough or if I need to resort to the scorched timber. And right here, I'm just inking mostly around the edges so that that paper and the canvas is white. Now, my canvases, I've gotten this one. I think I got this one either at Dollar Tree or Joann's, but you can also get them other places. Michael's will have canvases in different sizes. Hobby Lobby has them. There's a place, Blick, B-L-I-C-K Art Studios. Online, blickart.com, I think it is. There's also, you can, of course, get it at everything at Amazon. So whatever sizes you can find, you can work with, especially since you can back it with chipboard. I like to personally, my preference is to back with canvas panels like I did in my private group. That's my favorite way, but you can do it so many different ways. Okay, let's do a little bit of this ink here. This is scorched timber. Trying to see where my dauber is. There we go. And I'm just going to put it on the edges here because I still am seeing this white. So you can kind of see the white. So just go a little darker. Kind of let it be grungy since it is Halloween. And I'm going to put this in here, at least to try kind of stain on the wood a little bit. And they do make these little tiny dabbers, and that would be perfect for in here. But I'm not going to worry about it right now. Okay, I think I'm okay with this now. And I want to put a little bit of some glittery tulle in there, of course, because, I mean, it's Halloween. And I think this would be fun. So here is where your little silicone fingertips will come in handy if you can wear them. I don't wear them well. My brain just does not work like that at all. I'm going to try to have my little silicone brushy out so that I don't burn myself. But I'm going to go ahead and just kind of stuck this under here and still kind of bunch some things up. You could use a mummy cloth, anything that you have. The creepy cloth, the mummy cloth. Reindeer moss is kind of fun to use. I just want it kind of bunched up and sticking out here. Just to add to the fun and interest. Okay. Oh, put that paper down. All right, how are we doing on time? Hey, we got like 20 minutes left. We're doing great. Leah, are you getting ready? I think this is like just barely ready here. All right, so we're gonna kind of squish that and roll. And see how it's just kind of sticking out from in there? Squish and roll. That's my method. And we can add some more ink there if we need to as well. This is a great way, if it's tiny, like this, to use up some of the scrap pieces you might have of this. put some glue under both spots here, and then we'll just kind of flatten and scrunch. And of course, you could use cheesecloth here. You could use like gauze, any of the things, or you can just leave it without that too. My other one doesn't have this, but I just wanted to try and do something extra. You know, when you keep creating, it's like, ooh, I wonder what it would look like if we did this. Ooh, I wonder what it would look like if we made a small one. Ooh, we could make... I love when that happens because that means you've got a fun project. Okay. You could use this green and make one to look like Beetlejuice. I went and saw Beetlejuice too. I was a little bit disappointed. It's kind of cool. They still had most of the original cast, but I don't know. I thought it got pretty good reviews, but I guess the original just still has my heart. Kind of an OG kind of girl, I guess. All right, let's put this. We're going to put in some extra down here. All right, get in there, glue. Kind of making a mess here, but I can trim it. Got this weird clump there. All right, I don't really like what happened there, so I'm just going to take another little piece of my tool and put it right over there. And I've kind of covered this whole thing in like glue string, so it looks like extra cobwebby. You can leave that if you like it for Halloween, or you can remove them. If you just use your heat tool for a second, it'll take all that off there. Okay, there we go. And we can add extra ink if we need to, or we can leave it. So this is how it's looking. I really kind of like it, actually. And then I did have some ribbon. I also have this like garland stuff too. So I have some ribbon and I have some garland, and we can see what looks best. We'll go ahead and get that glued together, and then we'll just need to put some pages. You totally changed your theme. You tore your room apart looking for something. Oh no, Craft-A-Lanch. Yes. Diana says, well, Walmart has those canvases too. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll glue our little guy in place here, like so. And then I need to put in my pages, so I can still hold on to it like this while I'm putting those in there. But okay, so around this edge here is where our glue is going to go, and I'm going to use some liquid glue. And then I'm also going to use a little bit of hot glue, kind of the glue for now, glue for tomorrow kind of a deal. Make sure that paper gets stuck in there too. Add some glue there. Okay, and then here is where you really want to make sure you've got everything all lined up. It's going to go this way. Make sure you know which way is your top and bottom. So once we glue this guy down, it's kind of there. At least that's the hope anyways, right? There we go. And sometimes when you're working with canvases, it's a lot like working with envelopes or file folders. They might be a little bit wonky, a little bit off-centered, or whatever. So if it's not getting like straight for you, that could be why. But just know that you can cover with ribbon or trims or whatever it is that you would like. Okay. I think we're going to go ahead and put our pages in next. And we need to grunge this up just a little bit because there's still some white sides I don't like to see. That's probably going to get covered with ribbon anyways, but we'll just still Add some ink. Okay, so there is our cute little book. You can see our little dancing skeleton in there and our glue string. There we go. We'll get rid of that. Okay, how are we doing? We still got 15 minutes. Okay, so here is the part where you could take some little papers, and there are some fun little page printables. Like this is like a little folio with pockets, and that could work in there. And there's also like these. I thought these would be great little pages. So let's go ahead and cut those out, and we'll see how that's going to work. I need to put in my binding as well. Just going to do a slip spine blinding. Pulling out the big scissors. Big, long cuts are definitely great for big scissors. I am not that straight of a cutter, but usually I can follow along the lines okay. And these can be folded up to make pockets, or these can be pages. These can be whatever you would like them to be. And if you're not into like the skulls and things from Halloween, I love that this collection still has like the little like houses. There's our little skeleton guy. It has like newspaper printing, all the things. So, you know, you don't have to be into creepy Halloween to make a cute little fall-inspired Halloween booklet. Or, you know, if it still really isn't your jam at all, then you can do some other theme. Maybe you just want the fall leaves, because, man, they are looking so beautiful out there. I get so excited when I start to see that the trees are changing colors. I've seen shirts that say my favorite color is fall, and it's pretty true, because it is really pretty out there. Okay, we're just going to cut these up. Now, you could back these on cardstock. You could back these on any kind of junk mail, envelope, whatever you want to back them with to make them more sturdy if you want more sturdy pages. I'm just going to go ahead and use them as they are, and maybe pull them out later and back them. Okay. Now, the big scissors are not great for fussy cutting. They are great for big, long, lengthy cuts like this one. But if you're trying to maneuver and fussy cut, I can't do it with big scissors. But, you know, if you can, go for it. I like my little tiny scissors for that. Okay. So these are going to fold like this. And this will be the little pages inside of here. How adorable. And I think they're, you know, a little bit different sizes here and there. That is okay. And maybe this one is even too long, but we can always trim them down. Not a problem. I love this little skeleton guy. We got to be able to see him like this. So if you have something on the edge like this and you want to be able to see him, see how extra folded over here it's going to be, that's all right. We're just going to make a crease there. And then this can fold around like a little envelope or something. We can still see our little house, and we can still see our little skeleton, and I love that. Okay, this one, We could cut this little extra piece off, or we could use it as like a little wraparound flappy thing too. I'm just going to do one signature in this book. Okay, so we've got a few little pages. That's great. I think this is going to be the front cover picture that you see when you open it up. Get some things out of the way. I do need an extra eyelet. I just have one right there. Where'd my little tweezer bees go? There they are. There is one eyelet. I need one more. And then I'll just use a little piece of elastic and we'll have a little slip spine, a little quick little journal. And I think it's going to be so, so cute. Oh, that one's silver. I need to do a restock of my eyelets in here. These ones are 3/16 eyelets. And I'm going to put the holes into this spine piece right here. Oops. So we want a 3/16 hole punch. I'm going to use my crocodile. I've got lots of videos on using this tool. If you are new to it, I absolutely love it. One of my favorites. I want to get as close to the edge here as I can without going too far in. We want our eyelet to be able to have a spot to rest. But we also want a good distance between here and here so that our papers have room. So I'm going to go ahead and use my little depth guide. Now yours might be plastic and it might slide along. There we go. And then what we can do at the bottom here, see how perfect that is? That's great. It's got plenty of room for our eyelet there, but it's not over the edge and it's not too far in. So that's a great depth there. Now we just need to try to kind of line it up here. And we'll, as long as you press in, you'll have the same depth as up there. So if it worked out, you get that same depth again. And it can be really helpful if you're putting hole punches in a row to use that depth setting. Okay, so we're going to use settings A1 on our crocodile to set these eyelets. Just a small squish there. Don't have to hammer anymore, which is so fantastic. Okay, and then we've got a nice setting back there. We'll get some elastic and get some pages, and this will become a book. That's always like one of the most exciting things to me is when it actually becomes a book. I love that. Okay, and the elastic I use is just whatever I can get my hands on. Sometimes I use the Crafter Square, or I use Recollections from Michaels, or this one is some that I got from Hobby Lobby. You can find it in the beading section of most of these crafty places. And it literally is just beading elastic. And there's different thicknesses. Sometimes if I'm using this tiny one, I'll double it up so that it has a little extra strength. Or this one here is pretty good. And you can start top or bottom, doesn't really matter. I'm just going to pull it through. Usually I do 2 signatures, and I like that better because then we don't have my strings on the outside. But if you do wind up with strings on the outside like this, you can cover it with a trim or lace or something of that nature. And with the elastic, I like to cut it just a little bit shorter than what I need because you can stretch it out. I'm really loving this with the glittery tool in there. It looks so cool. What do you guys think? Give me some hearts and thumbs up if you're loving it. Like this video, tap the screen, hit the little like. Let me know. Ooh, I see we've got 9 likes already. That's great. Okay. Put my little twine box. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and we're just going to tie a slip knot in here. And sometimes this can be a little bit challenging. I feel like I need like 3 or 4 hands, especially where I've pulled it kind of, or cut it kind of shorter. You don't want it to bow your book, so don't pull it so tight that everything is bowing. But you do want it to be a little bit snug because that's what's going to hold your pages in there. And again, this is an Artistry Collective live event. So brought to us by Christy from Christy's Crafty Cottage. And after me is Leah from Make All the Things With Me. And I don't know if she's made a busted canvas before, but she wanted to give it a go for tonight after she saw my book and my video. And I know so many crafters have been making these. Like I said, there's so many videos out there. Oh, my elastic just did funky things. Let's try again. Now this elastic is wrapped. So the silver is like some extra wrap. Okay, let's try it this way. It's so cold in New York tonight. Oh, you're freezing. Yeah, it was in the 50s today here in Western Washington. See, it's like separated. So what you can do to keep it from doing this little silver part is unraveling from the white, is put a little bit of hot glue on the edge. Some people burn their edges. I don't craft with fire. I'm blind, literally blind, legally blind. And this room is all paper everywhere. So I would be a hazard. Okay, here we go. I got it. Just a little slip knot. And it can go at the top or the bottom when you've got this, just one signature here. And you can pull it around. So these strings are either inside or outside, whatever you want to do with them. I'm going to kind of try to get them to the outside, and I'm going to cover them up with a little piece of lace or something. After I cut it a little bit. Okay. So I'm going to put that little piece right there in the center, and I'm going to leave these just a little bit long. If you cut them too close, the knot will come out of this elastic. And don't leave these little cut bits around if you have fur babies, because if they eat the elastic, that's bad. It's kind of like the equivalent of eating hair ties for kitties. Well, we don't like that. We want everybody to be safe. There we go. Okay. And then I have some of this fun trim, and that could go right there to hide some of our string, or we could just put some of that ribbon. Maybe I'll put some of that ribbon. Ooh, or we could use this garland. Do we want garland? Ooh, garland is fun. Look at that. I think we need garland. I don't have much garland around my house either because we also have cats. So we don't do garland on a Christmas tree. We don't do tinsel. We don't do any of that stuff. Because my one kitty, my orange kitty, Fanta, he would eat tinsel. He likes to eat plants and all things bad for him. I have 2 naughty little fur children. My dog has pica, and she eats everything that she can find. We are literally recovering because she ate a staple. She did not have to have surgery. It did pass on its own, but geez Louise, she was belly aching. We took her to the vet because she was in so much pain. And they did an x-ray. She's a lot. Sharon, come get your naughty dog. All right, there we go. Okay, so just a little piece of tulle kind of hides the the little ties that are there. Makes it look a little more festive. It was kind of open, but it was wrapped in some fluff from one of her toys because she also ate this bunch of fluff from a toy, which was, I guess, good because it coated that staple. Because, even people, when I worked in general surgery, there was somebody who ate a bread bag tie, like, those little plastic things, and the little grippies on the end of it clipped and grabbed on to their colon and did a lot of damage. So the surgeon had to go in and fix everything. Okay, so here is where I was saying your papers have to be between these eyelets here to get them in. And let's see, that's the one I want for the cover. Then we'll do this one. I might add some other papers in, maybe some little taller ones. And let's make this one be the center of the signature. So we'll turn it this way. Okay. And of course, we can ink these papers. We can stamp on them. We can back them with whatever we want to do. But just for the sake of the video, I want to make sure I have a cute little junk journal book. Now, what can you do with this? Like I said, you could put little photos in there. You could put little quotes in there. I think it would be fun to, maybe keep a collection of your favorite things like fall snacks or fall places to visit. Or maybe you want to make something kind of like inspired by Dia de los Muertos, where you commemorate your family and friends that have passed. That could be fun. See, I could put some little bit bigger pages in here. And I want to put a little bit of glow paste on him. Now, to do a closure, you can do a tie closure. You could do a magnet closure here. We've got plenty of room to decorate, so that's fun. I love that. Oop, and that's my time, guys. Go on over and see Leah from Make All the Things With Me. We did get our pages, and let's go see how she busts her canvas. Thanks so much for joining, and be sure to like everyone here in the collective, and we'll see you next Wednesday.